Action continues here in the 26 EcoOil 1 Salle Alumni Basketball League presented by Smart Sports. It's co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. Also brought to you by Field Grade System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court and Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Green Hills Alumni Association. Game number 2 here at the main court inside Benil Gym in LaSalle Green Hills. It's a battle between TAD taking on T1 Rentals. TAD wearing the white tops with green shorts, while T1 Rentals in the dark green and black gradient uniforms. My name is Diego Del Paz, bringing you the action from courtside as we are tied at 2-all in the early goings of this one. Jumper up and goes in and out for Raymond Pacheco, who's on the floor right now together with Robert Roland Ponce. Hands on. Also on the floor is Michael Lua. And the fifth man is Mike Barre. 4-out offense here. And a three-pointer is an air ball for Michael Lua. And on the floor for TAD, that's Johan Montes, together with Jake Campos, Oscar Maglalang, Kenneth Laconico, and the fifth man is Brian Lina. Heading to the line for 2 shots, that's Robert Ponce. That first free throw rolls in for Ponce, averaging 11 points, a rebound and 2 assists this season in 13 minutes of action. Laconico, give it up to Campos. Campos misses that jumper. Rebound secured by Michael Lua. Slaloms through that defense and scores downstairs. Laconico. Now to Campos. He sent it back to Laconico up top. Laconico drops it off for Brian Lina. Lina just outside the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Hands on, attacking, hand off to Pacheco, extra pass. They find Robert Ponce, whose shot just rolls out. Seven and 18 remaining here in the opening period. There's a downhill attack and the score with the right hand for Brian Lina. Now Ponce. There's the leather, swings it to Mike Barre for 3. Shoot up and spat out by the rim. Now here comes Oscar Maglalang. Sends it to Laconico. Baseline floater is good for Laconico. Six minutes and 40 remaining here in the first period. Another empty trip there for T1 Rentals, and there's a foul called on that play. They call it against Robert Ponce. Laconico, left wing jumper, off target. Now T1 Rentals off to the races here. 4-and-5 attack for T1 Rentals. Pacheco had his path blocked and lost the basketball. Brian Lina stops. Okay, puts up a shot but off target. Now here comes the counter attack by T1 Rentals. Tried to send it downstairs, but Johan Montes, active hands there to get that stop. Speaking of active hands, that's hands on getting the steal. Hands on, trying to go all the way. Drops it off last minute to Pacheco and nearly gets that 3-point play. He will be heading to the line for 2 shots. .35 remaining here in the opening frame. Raymond Parchaclo, 13.5 points, 11 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per ball game. Oh for 2 from the line there. 3-point ball game, 8-5 in favor of TAD. Paglalang, Colina, Campos, jumper, no good. Now in the hands here of Robert Ponce. And the shot up and no good once more for T1 Rentals. TAD, the stop and pop jumper won't go through for Brian Lina. And now it's T1 Rentals slowing things down as they're trying to get baskets in bunches here. Down by 3 points at the moment. Baseline drive and it's up and no good. Four minutes and 37 left, and we've got a couple of swaps here. Actually, a platoon swap for TAD. Let's see how this possession will go here for TAD. Iman Campos missing that jumper. They swing it around, finds its way, and a miss right there for TAD. .404 left here in the first quarter. Maybe 2 free throws on the way here for Iman Campos. Second free throw no good for Campos. Tried to chase down his own miss. 17 on the shot clock, and the 3 is a pure for Roland Ponce. Cuts the deficit down to 4 points, down to 1 rather, 9-8. Chandler Manzano thought about the 3, drew closer but missed that jumper. Now here's the attack by Hans Ong. Ong swings it. Robert Ponce thought about the 3, drove closer. Couldn't get it to drop from the baseline, and there's a foul against Ponce as he sends John Edward Reyes sprawling to the ground. It will be 2 from the line here for Chandler Manzano as he caught a foul on that last play. As we are down to the final 3 minutes of the first quarter. For 2 from the line. Offensive rebound won by Campos. Overshoots the mark on that one. 2:15 on the shot clock. Here's the drive and ball stripped away by TAD. Now Edward Reyes pitches it forward to Chandler Manzano. Misses it at the last second, but luckily Iman Campos was right there to clean up the mess. Ong swings it to Derek Tabas. Tabas, a kick out pass to Ken Barre. Barre to Ong. 5 on the shot clock. Takes it, but the shot was chewed up and spat out by the rim. Time down to the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. $40 seconds on the shot clock. Ortego makes extra pass down low to Gino Palma. Ken Barre drops it off for Raymond Pacheco. Pacheco had a hard time against a tough defense there, but Ken Barre, lucky timing on that play. 2 series of fakes, but Gino Palma couldn't get it in. And Palma gets fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Minute and 28 remaining here in the first quarter. And the shot is up and no good for Gino Palma from the free throw line. Reyes, Campos. Campos floats it up off the window. The bank is open on a Sunday here inside LaSalle Green Hills. A minute and 10 remaining here in the opening frame. Barre, straight away 3. No good. Offensive rebound. Series of fakes. Palma scores downstairs for TAD. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. 45 seconds to be exact. Ray Kakayurin with that right wing jumper. 30 seconds left. Ken Barre swings it to the corner. Christopher Ortego, a 3-pointer. Well short. 20 seconds left. Shot clock is off here for TAD. They attack early on the clock. And there's a foul on the play. That's Ray Kakayurin to the free throw stripe for TAD. Kakayurin this season averaging 5.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 1 assist. Second free throw for Kakayurin. Won't go through. Now the last shot goes to T1 Rentals. Down 5 at the moment. 7 seconds remaining on the game clock. They go downstairs to Raymond Pacheco and scores down low. And that will be it for the first quarter of play. It's down to a 3-point lead here for TAD against T1 Rentals. 15-12 after 1. Don't go anywhere. We got more action from the 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League when we return. Here's the 26 EcoOil 1 Salle Alumni Basketball League presented by Smart Sports and co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. Also brought to you by Feel Great System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan, Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court and Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Green Hills Alumni Association. Second quarter of action now underway in this battle in Division 9 of your 39 and below recreational. T1 Rentals holding on to a 5-point lead against TAD leading by 5 points against T1 Rentals, 17-12. T1 Rentals here in window 2, still undefeated 2-0, while TAD playing their final game here in this window, 2-1 so far, trying to get win number 3. Barre, the jumper, goes through. Of course, for TAD, a chance for them to give T1 Rentals their first taste of defeat in this window and to leapfrog them on top of the standings here in Division 9 for this window number 2. Step back 3 on the way, and it connects for Iman Campos. Eight and 27 to go before we hit the halftime break. Now they go downstairs here to Alan Curioso. They swing it. Ken Barre, 3. Hits the front of the rim. And it will stay with T1 Rentals with 14 seconds on their shot clock. Six-point lead here for TAD. Off the baseline inbound. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. They go downstairs to Curioso. Curioso, extra pass to Halipa. And the shot clock goes off. And it's a shot clock violation called on that play. It will be a timeout called here by T1 Rentals. With 7:52 left here in the second. We'll be back in a moment. EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League presented to you by Smart Sports, co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. We are live right now on pusop.com, your game, your community. Tough shot right there from Francis Rojas coming off that timeout called by T1 Rentals. 7.5 remaining here in the first half. Curioso swings it up top to Gino Palma. Barre from the right wing sends it downstairs. Halipa using his wide frame to bang bodies down low, and he will head to the line for 2 shots after fishing for that last foul. Halipa takes and makes that second free throw. .709 left here in the second quarter. Another steal completed here by T1 Rentals. Ken Barre still with the leather. His door shut there. They swing it out. 3-pointer. Shoot up and spat out. That shot attempted by Ian Laguerta. Here's the counter attack here for Iman Campos. Campos couldn't even draw iron there. Johan Montes too. And it will stay with TAD with 11 seconds on their shot clock. Ten seconds on the shot clock here. Chandler Manzano couldn't hit that three. Long rebound won by Ian Laguerta. Laguerta waiting for numbers here for T1 Rentals. Tries to feed inside to Ken Barre, but active hands by Manzano. Here's a breakaway. Brian Lina, see you later. Lina nearly got the steal, but Laguerta was right there to receive that inbound pass. Quite an errant pass there for Alan Curioso. Dangerous one at that. Now Laguerta looks at his options. Gave it up there. Palma, the jumper, won't go through, and there's a collision mid-air, and the foul is called against Nicole Halipa. But Francis Rojas getting the worst of that one. Making his first appearance into the ball game is Ninoy Hulongbayan. Five minutes and 41 left here in the second quarter. They swing the basketball to Campos. Left elbow three. Uno, dos, tres. And this advantage now stretched to 12 points, 27 to 15. Ken Barra, the swing pass to Laguerta. What an answer right back for T1 Rentals. They cut their deficit down to 9 points, and now Campos attacking through the lane and gets fouled. There'll be two from the free throw line here for TAD's Jake Campos. 5.8 points per game, together with 8 rebounds and 1.8 assists. 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist so far this morning. Campos hits the second. A split from the free throw line to make this a 10-point ball game in favor of TAD. Hands on. Steps into the three. San. 28 to 21 is our tally. 7-point ball game. Jake Campos got hounded there. Step through to the Pinoy step finish for Francis Rojas. Great heads up later for Campos to get the steal. Now they go to Brian Lina. Lina from the foul line. Got it! 32 to 21. It's back to an 11-point advantage for TAD. 14 seconds on the shot clock. As Hans Ong surveying the floor to make the play. Ken Barre, straight away three. Hits the front rim. There's a foul on that rebounding action as Michael Lua got some contact downstairs. And now TAD will want to talk things over. 4:05 left here in the second quarter, 32 to 21 in favor of TAD. Remaining here in the second quarter. T1 Rentals with possession coming off that TAD timeout. Long two is good for Hans Ong. Two minutes and 48 left here in the second. Great stop from T1 Rentals. Ong flips it up and in, asking for the foul, but play continues. 32 to 25. It's down to a 7-point ball game. Manzano Feeds the ball downstairs to Francis Rojas. Rojas loses possession of that basketball. Robert Ponce pushes it forward to Ong. Ong gets held down and he will head to the line for 2 shots. Foul is called against Brian Lina. It'll be 2 from the line for Hans Ong. This season, Hans Ong averaging 14.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per ball game. Hans Ong hits the first of 2 free throws. As a team so far, T1 Rentals 3 for 9 now from the free throw line. Now 3 for 10 after that miss on that second free throw by Hans Ong. It's down to a 6-point ball game. They feed the ball downstairs and the shot up off the glass and in for Francis Rojas. It's back to an 8-point lead for TAD as we are down to the last 3 minutes of the second. Ponce looking, give it up here to Ian Laguerta. Laguerta back to Raymond Pacheco. Shot clock down to 12. Hans Ong couldn't put the floater up and in. And now here comes Brian Lina, the runner, high arcer. Oh, there's a foul on the play. It's a pushing foul called against Raymond Pacheco. Tough break for T1 Rentals. And now it will be Brian Lina heading to the line for 2 shots. Lina this season, 20.8 points per game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists per ball game. 2 out of 2 from the line, extends their lead back to 10, 36 to 26. Biggest lead for TAD today, it's 12 points. Pacheco makes an extra pass. Corner 3 on the way. Michael Lua with the miss. Brian Lina looking at his options. Give it up to Chandler Manzano. 1, 2, 3. Down to the last minute and 52 of the second quarter. And it's the new biggest lead here for TAD, but not for long. Ian Laguerta hits an answer from 3-point land. Manzano again, back to back. 42-29 is our tally as time winding down here in the second period. Now in the hands of Hans Ong. 12 on the shot clock. They try to feed the ball downstairs, but Ray Kakayurin gets a steal. Lina back to Kakayurin. Kakayurin with a step through. Couldn't make that layup. Now here's the attack by Hans Ong off that rebound. Hans Ong, coast to coast. Left-handed finish. And it's down to an 11-point ball game. 42-31. Now Hans Ong, one more time, and misses that layup against the outstretched arms of Ninoy Hulongbayan. And on the other end, Francis Rojas draws that foul and he will go to the line for 2 shots. That's Francis Rojas to the free throw line for TAD. 12 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 1 assist. Makes this a 12-point ball game, 43-31. Second biggest lead off the game. 15 on the shot clock, corner 3 on the way, too strong for Ian Laguerta. Raymond Pacheco tracks down the rebound. Gave it up here to Robert Ponce. Ponce short on the 3, and we got bodies on the ground here. And the foul is called against CAD. And they call it against Francis Rojas. That's the 14th foul, both teams already beyond the limit. Series of fakes and the shot is good for Michael Lua downstairs. 9 seconds left, enough time for TAD to put up a shot. Now they go to Francis Rojas. Rojas, bad pass to Ong, the runner from 3-point range. That will be it for the first half of action. 10-point advantage for TAD over T1 Rentals, 43-33. We'll be back with third quarter of action here in the 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports. This is your 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports. And just a reminder to everyone that the 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports, will have its Grand Championship Fellowship and Celebration Day on June 28, 2026 from 9 a.m. onwards at the St. Benil Gymnasium inside LaSalle Green Hills. Food, fun, and a whole lot of hoops action, with championships to be decided and awarded on that day. Concessionaires and sponsors are welcome to contact the 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League for more event information. Entering the third quarter of action, 10-point advantage here for TAD over T1 Rentals. And for those just tuning in, this Division 9 of your 39 below recreational here in the 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports and co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. All-important game for both of these teams. The winner of this one will secure the number 1 spot after window 2 here in Division 9. They will get what they call as the winner over the other tiebreaker. They feed the ball downstairs. Kakayurin misses from point blank. And now here's the counter by Hans Ong. Ong from foul line extended, rolls out. Now here comes the counter attack by TAD. So far, leading scorers for TAD in this one. Lina with 12, Campos with 10. That's Iman Campos to be precise. And that's Francis Rojas with 7. For T1 Rentals, that's Hans Ong with 14. Ian Laguerta with 6. And Robert Ponce with 4. Baseline inbound here. They swing it to Raymond Pacheco. Jumper too strong for Robert Ponce as the shot clock was winding down. Lina swings it to Derek Tabas, who drains the triple. 48-33 is our tally. This is the new biggest lead for TAD at 15 points. 7:21 to go, and nice find downstairs for Michael Lua for the deuce to cut this to a 13-point ball game. Brian Lina. How they go down low to Johan Montes. Ball stolen away by Michael Lua. There's a duty foul given up by TAD to prevent a fast break from materializing. Ken Barre, Mike Barre, Hans Ong, Raymond Pacheco, together with Gino Palma, the 5 on the floor for T1 Rentals at the moment. 10 on the shot clock, and the steal completed there by Brian Lina, who got a holding foul on that last play. That's Brian Lina. Fresh entry here by Jake Campos to go together with Francis Rojas, who returned to the ball game. Also on the floor, Iman Campos and Ray Kakayurin. 70 to shoot here for TAD. Lina swings it. Here's the baseline drive. And the floater a little too strong there for Iman Campos. Campos gave up that foul. .607 left here in the third quarter. 17 on the shot clock here for T1 Rentals. Three-pointer missed by Ong. It's the top of the backboard, recovered by Raymond Pacheco. And Pacheco down on the ground. It's a 5-on-3 here for TAD. Lina misses from point blank. Five minutes and 40 left here in the third quarter. And we got a ceasefire on the floor called by T1 Rentals. Coming off that timeout, a quick hitter right there for TAD. They extend their advantage back to its highest at 50 to 35. Gino Palma's pass picked away, but Palma recovers. Shot clock down to 10. They set it out, three-pointer on the way. Mike Barre with that miss He recovers his own miss, and here's the attack. The floater is up and no good for Hans Ong. He will head to the line for 2 shots. So far today, this afternoon, Hans Ong, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. 1 for 3 now from the free throw line after short arming that first free throw. Oh for 2 from the line. Loose ball recovered here. And Nicole Halipa flips it up, but couldn't get it to drop. Four minutes and 55 left here in the third quarter. Second free throw on the way. And it's no good for Nicole Halipa. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Manzano, quick hitter 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Four and a half remaining here in the third quarter. Barre, Palma, and what a shot there from inside the keyhole. It's down to a 12-point ball game, still in favor of TAD. Now here's the downhill attack for TAD. That's Iman Campos drawing that foul on the last play. Iman Campos going back to the line for 2 shots. So far in this one, 13 points. Two out of 3 from the free throw line. They got 3 out of 4 after making both. $17 on the shot clock for Barre. Barre makes his attack. Stolen away by Manzano. Pitches it forward to John Edward Reyes. Reyes a little too strong on that dribble. And the loose ball recovered by Gino Palma. 3 minutes 38 left here in the third. Ong, overstep, turns, fires, and there's a foul on the play. Couple of swaps here for TAD. It's down to a 13-point ball game, 52-39. Second free throw connects to make this a 12-point lead for TAD. Three minutes and 14 left here in the third quarter. Ong rises for 3. No siree. Rebound secured by Francis Rojas. Rojas lost control of the basketball. Spins. Oh, and great recovery from Francis Rojas to put it up and in. Back to a 14-point ball game, 54-40. Hans Ong gives it up to Ken Barre. Barre from inside the paint. Drills it. 2 minutes and 40 left here in the third quarter. We go to Jake Campos. Ninoy and Hulong Bayan. And nice downhill drive there for Francis Rojas. With that wrong foot finish. Ponce spins. Oh, and gets fouled. There'll be 2 free throws on the way here for Robert Ponce. Ponce hits the first of 2 free throws. 5 points already, 2 out of 3 from the line this afternoon. Averaging 11 points per game, a rebound and 2 assists. Coming up next, it will be 39 and below action continuing, this time in Division 13. KFM Land Surveying versus 6100. So 3 left here in the third. Campos attacking the basket and gets the blocking foul on that play. Now that's Jake Campos at the free throw line. 4.5 rebounds so far in this one. Shades below his averages of 5.8 points and 8 rebounds a contest. Minute and 50 left here in the third quarter. Here's Ponce going downhill. Drive and kick. 3-pointer. Oh, off the glass, and it's bingo time for Ian Laguerta. Down to a 9-point ball game, and there's a foul called against T1 Rentals, and it's against Hans Ong, a blocking foul. Minute and 27 remaining. Chandler Manzano couldn't hit the 3. Now Ken Barre. What a play there! And Barre. His pass was tapped away by TAD. Baseline inbound here for T1 Rentals. Robert Ponce feeds the ball to Laguerta, corner 3. Left short. Barre misses that second try. Ninoy Hulong Bayan gets the rebound and pushes it forward. Jake Campos lost the basketball. Oh, and look at that. TAD not giving up on the play. And John Edward Reyes gets the hoop, the harm, the 3-point play the hard way. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. 52.2 seconds remaining to be exact. And now John Edward Reyes with a bonus shot time here. Reyes couldn't hit that bonus. Ball ping pongs its way to the hands of Hans Ong. Ong going downhill. Ong floats it up. Could get it to drop. Hulong Bayan gets a rebound and pushes the basketball to Francis Rojas. Rojas veer step to the finish. Count it for TAD. And their lead back to a baker's dozen, 60-47. 22 seconds left. The jumper no good for Robert Ponce. Here's the downhill attack by Francis Rojas. Rojas with the right hand. Couldn't get it to go in. 12 seconds left. Enough time here for T1 Rentals and a steal by Reyes. And the duty foul given up by Hans Ong. 7.5 seconds remaining, and that will be 2 free throws for John Edward Reyes. So far with 2 points this afternoon. Couldn't add to his total, averaging 4 points per game, 1.8 rebounds, and half an assist per game. 0 for 2 from the line. He gets his own miss. 6 seconds left. They swing it to Manzano. 3-pointer on the way. Too strong. And that will end 3 quarters of action. 13-point advantage for TAD over T1 Rentals in a battle for supremacy here in Division 9 of your 39 below recreational in the 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League. Will return with 4th quarter of action. The 26th EcoOil 1 LaSalle Alumni Basketball League is presented to you by Smart Sports, co-presented by Puso Pilipinas. Also brought to you by Feel Great System, Frankie's New York Buffalo Wings, Jerry's Grill, Titan, Blue Fire LPG, and Star Margarine. Organized by Kings of the Court in partnership and Sports Plus PH in partnership with the LaSalle Greenhouse Alumni Association. 13-point advantage here for TAD over T1 Rentals as we are down to the final 10 minutes of action between these two squads. All-important matchup here in Division 9 as T1 Rentals currently undefeated here in window 2, but that might change in just 9 minutes and 27 of action. Depends, of course, if TAD can hang on. And Michael Lua trades that triple from the elbow, making this an 11-point ball game. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They make the cross-court pass to Iman Campos. Couldn't hit that 3. Rebound secured by Robert Ponce. We got a foul from behind right there against TAD. That's on Iman Campos. Shot clock at 15. Lua, 3-pointer, rolls out. Iman Campos spins, met a brick wall named Lua, and Michael Lua gets the rejection as well. Get that weak stuff out of here, he said. They go back down to Lua on the offensive end, and he gets fouled. What a play there for Michael Lua, stopping TAD from that driving play, and then gets a rejection on that second attempt. Shot clock at 10, floater. Rolls out for Robert Ponce. And a steal by Ponce. Ponce gets rejected by Ninoy Hulong Bayan. The big man with the no jump rejection. 10 on the shot clock. Lua couldn't put it up against Hulong Bayan. And now TAD on the run. Brian Lina behind the back dribble. Lina fades, fires, couldn't get it in. Second try, no good as well for Iman Campos. And the buck stops there, says Robert Ponce. 1-on-4 attack and a miss downstairs for Ken Bare. Seven minutes and 34 remaining here in the 4th quarter of action. Acrobatic layup missed by Brian Lina. Here's a counter attack here by T1 Rentals. Wild shot missed by Ken Bare. Kakayurin gets the ball back from Brian Lina. And Kakayurin misses that driving layup. And a steal by Brian Lina. Stop and pop jumper. No good. Offensive rebound. And that putback a little too strong for Iman Campos. Hands on. Goes downhill. And Ninoy Hulong Bayan gets called for the foul. .656 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here inside St. Pinil Gym in La Salle, Green Hills, Mandaluyong City. Ong couldn't hit that first of two free throws. Coming up next here at the main court inside St. Pinil Gym in La Salle Green Hills, it will be KFM Land Surveying against 6100. Lina, hounded here by Robert Ponce. Lina swings it to Kakayurin. Kakayurin asking for a foul, but play continues here. It's now 3-on-2 here for T1 Rentals. The jumper is good for Roland Ponce. And it's down to a 9-point ball game just like that, with 6 minutes and 20 to go in the match. Campos spins, floats it up, and it trickles in. TAD stops the bleeding right there. And it's back to an 11-point advantage. Robert Ponce to Bare. Here's a downhill attack by Hansong and dribbles it out of bounds. Ceasefire on the floor called by TAD. Holding on to an 11-point advantage at the moment, 63-52. We'll be back. Five minutes and 50 remaining in the match. TAD leading T1 Rentals. Coming off their own timeout, TAD couldn't put up a basket right there. Two tries, Derek Tabas couldn't put it in. And now Iman Campos going downhill. Nice find to Rojas on that shovel pass. 65-52 is our tally. 13-point advantage here for TAD. Ponce, Pacheco, Ong. 9 on the shot clock here. They go back to Ong with 3 on the 24. He needs to put one up here, and that runner won't count even if it went in. Time expires on the shot clock. Four minutes and 55 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter, and there's a foul on the play. There'll be 2 shots here for Francis Rojas. 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. No good on those free throws for Francis Rojas. Iman Campos delays T1 Rentals attempt to cross the timeline. T1 Rentals needs to put up a couple of points in bunches here. Pacheco was able to get that foul on that last play. On the shot clock, baseline J won't go through. Second try here, and here, that's Raymond Pacheco. Gets rejected right there, and in transition, Brian Lina speeds through and gets that inside hand finish. It's now 6-7, 5-2 with 4:04 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. 11 on the shot clock, baseline J. Won't connect for Robert Ponce. And now here's the counterattack. And that finish high off the glass for Iman Campos. Nice lead here for TAD over T1 Rentals, 69-52. Timeout called by T1 Rentals. Time winding down here in the fourth and final quarter. Three minutes and 47 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 69-52 is our tally. TAD looking good so far, but an answer right back there by Raymond Pacheco coming off their own timeout. 15-point advantage here for TAD. Time winding down here in the fourth and final quarter. Manzano feeds the ball inside to Rojas. Extra pass to Jake Campos, who couldn't get it to drop from the baseline. Campos gets the steal, gets fouled on the way up. Jake Campos back to the line here for TAD. As a team so far, they're shooting 8 out of 23 from the free throw line. Now 9 of 24. That free throw missed, and there's a foul on the play called against Iman Campos. It's going to be a 5-man swap here for TAD as we are approaching the midnight hours of this battle. Again, coming up next, KFM Land Surveying versus 6100. Ben Cuevas will be taking over on the call after this one. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Another steal here by TAD. It's a 2-on-1. Inside hand finish a little too strong, but the great recovery and the score down low for Kenneth Laconico off that Oscar Maglalang miss. Curioso feeds Pacheco, drains that jumper from inside the keyhole. And we are down to the midnight hours of this battle. 2.5 remaining to be exact. 12 seconds on the shot clock. They make a cross-court pass. John Edward Reyes to Laconico. Shot clock down to 5, and Laconico gets fouled on the way up. Couple of swaps here for T1 Rentals. It's Mike Barre and Nicole Halipa entering the ball game for T1 Rentals. First free throw no good for Kent Laconico. And with this impending victory by TAD, T1 Rentals will get their first taste of defeat here in window 2, and TAD presumably If things go well, they will end up in first place here in Division 9 following window 2. Down to the last 2 minutes of the ball game. Bare behind the back pass. Tried to feed Curioso, who couldn't put up that floater, and then Maglalang, Laconico, extra pass, 3-pointer on the way. Won't be a jackpot for Jason De La Cruz. He gets the steal, and Jason De La Cruz with the theft and the score as well. He on the way, and it's off to the left for Christopher Ortego. Near Hulong Bayan, his pass. That's too strong for Maglalang. Maglalang's pass picked away, and the breakaway layup is good for Alan Curioso. Under a minute to go, 56 seconds left. 74-58 is our tally. And we'll take a look at our top performer here for TAD off the bench. That was Iman Campos, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. And among the starters, that was Brian Lina with 15 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds with 1 steal. Of course, it's a great time to say that on behalf of the hardworking staff behind the scenes here at Kings of the Court, and of course, our hardworking cameramen. Of course, my name is Yago Del Paz, signing off for now as TAD breaks T1 Rentals 2-game winning streak here in window 2 to take this one 77-58. So we'll take a look at the standings after this one. T1 Rentals goes down to 3-3, while TAD goes up to 4 wins and 3 losses, and finishing up their window 2 assignments at 3 wins and 1 loss. Coming up next, it will be KFM Land Surveying and versus 6100. Then Cuevas will be taking the games the rest of the way. And this is your 26 EcoOil One Salle Alumni Basketball League, presented by Smart Sports and co-presented by Puso Pilipinas.